I want to start by saying I can't even imagine what these last few weeks have been like for you. How are you feeling in this moment?
It's still unreal, heartbreaking. Yesterday marked 2 weeks of her death. It was a very overwhelming day, but we're taking it day by day.
I'm so sorry.
I think the first few days I couldn't sleep, barely could eat. We think about her every minute of the day, miss her every minute. Um, it's just been very hard, very hard.
Take me back to that night because this is something that no parent ever should have to go through.
That night, I dropped off Kayla at the movie theater. I received a call at 9:33. I thought that it was her calling me regarding to come pick her up until I hear the girls in the background telling me that she was shot. At first, I thought it was a prank until I heard Kayla's voice in the background telling her friend, asking her friend or telling her friend that was she going to die. So that's how I knew then it was not a prank, and grabbed my keys and ran out of the house.
Drove right there, I'm sure.
Yes.
That's a phone call that no parent should ever have to receive. A mother is never supposed to see the death of her own child. So going through that, obviously, I can't imagine the feelings you were having once you learned that she did lose her life.
When we arrived to the hospital, immediately the case manager came, put us in a room. Wasn't unsure. We were unsure where exactly she was shot at and what part of her body was. We were just lost without words, not knowing what was going to happen. Receiving after, I would say an hour, I can't recall, to be honest, how long we were waiting, is when we received the surgeon came down and gave us the news that she had passed away.
I'm sure it's all a blur. Having to go back and think about it, I'm sure it's all a little bit hazy at this point. I'm so sorry. And since then, I'm sure in these last couple weeks, it's been just a roller coaster of emotions and different feelings.
Yes, for all of us, for all the family, it's hard. It's hard. Since it's so recent. Like I said, it was only been 2 weeks. So we're just trying to move forward, but it's painful, very painful.
And I'm sure there's been a lot of time spent questioning why.
Yes, every day. Every day. There's always a question in my head. We just want justice for her now. That's what she deserves.
Absolutely. In these last couple weeks, is there anything that's been able to bring you any kind of comfort?
The support, the community, the way people have reached out, every hug, every phone call, every text message, that has really filled our hearts. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come forward and thank the community, everybody that support, went to the memorial, every flower, every card, every postcard, every letter, every teddy bear. That meant a lot for us. It really showed how a community could come together in a time like this. So I wanted to personally come forward and give thanks to the community. Thank you, everyone. People that we don't know, just showing the love, and that just meant a lot for us.
Oh, I'm sure. And, to have to ask us to put out a message telling the community, hey, this funeral services for close friends and family only because you're seeing such an outpour of support. That has to mean a lot to you. I mean, this is touching people who are complete strangers to you guys and to Kayla.
Yes. And it was something that was discussed. We didn't know, we just didn't have the capacity. So anyone that wasn't able to come out, we understand. But whoever did come out, thank you so much for showing the support, for being there for us. We really appreciate it. There was a moment where I looked back and I could see the church was full completely, and I was like, wow, this touches us. Someone asked me, how are you standing? And I said, by the strength of the Lord and everyone's prayer and everyone's support. So thank you so much to the Holy County for reaching out, for every little detail that you have done for us. That has really been enormous, and it has been helpful in this process.
Absolutely. And, you know, I feel like we've spent a lot of time talking about Kayla, but I think people would love to know more about who she is as a person.
Just those questions. Those are the questions that kill me. Kayla was a fighter. Kayla was born premature. She was 2 pounds when she was born, and she fought. She was very goofy, very outgoing. She was very stern, very determined. 15-year-old girl that loved to be with her friends, was really girly, makeup and all this, and had a bunch of dreams. So she had a whole future planned for herself already.
And you mentioned she had a whole future planned, and to know that she's now robbed of that, what is that like for you as a parent?
Well,
Take your time.
I don't even know how to answer that.
It's got to be unimaginable. And this might be an easier question for you to answer. If you could say something to the person, if you could look them in the face right now and say something to the person behind all of this, what would you say?
To turn yourself in. To turn yourself in. Damage is done. And we just need to have justice for her. And whoever they are, whoever it is, if you are watching and you are hearing me, please turn yourself in. If anybody knows anything or who they are, please reach out. Please reach out. All we want is just justice now. We will never get Kayla back, but we just want justice for Kayla.